Batman is a character known for being dark and cool.
I'm vengeance.
But before the 2000s, Batman was kind of a meme.
Chicks dig the car.
It's time to stop!
Even the most serious of Batman media was goofy back then.
Never rub another man's rhubarb.
We're here to talk about the Batman quadrilogy, which varies in quality between the movies, but each one brings in the memes. Batman by Tim Burton dropped in 1989. Tim Burton has made some childhood classics, and I still love his underrated Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. But it's not better than the original though, and really shifted the public's view of Batman. Batman drops Jack Napier in acid, so he becomes the Joker and takes over the crime in Gotham.
I'm glad you did.
Jack Nicholson really does a great job in this. Also, Batman flirts with Vicky Vale. I feel like this movie was the biggest inspiration to Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie. They both have Danny Elfman themes. They both have the love interest being kidnapped in the end. And there's an element to this first Batman where he struggles with a secret identity that feels very reminiscent of Tobey Maguire.
Vicky, what I'm trying to tell you is... What I'm trying to tell you is... See,
I'll be right back.
My favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, you wouldn't hit a guy with glasses on, would you? Huh?
I really love this movie, and I think it tells a great story. It has Tim Burton at his sauciest, and it reminds me of Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 1. This scene, I think, inspired the scene of Spider-Man photographing himself beating up thugs at night. This will probably be the best movie we talk about today, but every movie from here just amps up the camp. Batman Returns, once again by Tim Burton. This movie feels consistent in the style with the last one, but the dialogue went raunchy. Just listen to some of the lines.
I'd like to fill her void. Just the pussy I've been looking for. I can really get into this meta stuff. It's not about power. It's about reaching out to people, touching people, groping people.
This movie isn't as good as the first one, but it brings a new element because it really brings the goof up in this movie. This guy steals this baby, then says,
I'm not really one for speeches, so I'll just say thanks.
This movie is mainly about how the Penguin is mad because he lived the Stone Temple Pilots song. And Christopher Walken, who is a corrupt exec, teams up with the Penguin. Also, Catwoman is doing her thing and flirting with Bruce Wayne and was killed by Christopher Walken. Penguin talks about his favorite band,
Appetite for Destruction.
This ending is also very Sam Raimi. The way the love interest is there and the superhero loses his mask.
And Bruce Wayne, why are you dressed up like Batman?
This movie is very fun and is the last movie we will talk about with a somewhat clean plot. But it's not as good as the first one, mainly because of Jack Nicholson. Batman Forever by Joel Schumacher. Joel Schumacher has made some great movies. These are his worst movies he's ever made, that I've seen at least. This is where the movies become straight cheese balls. By this point in the movies, they wanted to sell a bunch of toys, so they really changed the movies up and made them really dumbed down. But we do have our third straight blonde love interest for Batman. From Kim Basinger, who was also in LA Confidential, to Michelle Pfeiffer, who's my personal favorite of these love interests, to Nicole Kidman. This movie is about Two-Face killing Dick Grayson's parents, and he becomes Robin, and Bruce Wayne has beef with Edward Nygma, who becomes the Riddler and teams up with Two-Face. This movie is where the films basically become pretty forgettable except for the memes. Also, this movie introduced bat nipples. This movie has a lot of good actors in it, but ultimately I feel like the characters just didn't have strong relationships to each other, and it feels like there's no stakes here for me personally. Batman and Robin by Joel Schumacher again. This is where the series goes off the rails.
Never leave the cave without it.
There's this actor named Michael Gough who plays Alfred in all four of these movies, and he gets a whole plot in this movie about dying, and his granddaughter named Barbara comes to town to become Batgirl. Mr. Freeze is up to his normal antics, but with cheesy one-liners.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Damn, bro, you got the whole squad laughing.
Also, Poison Ivy gets killed and turned into Poison Ivy by this crazy scientist who also creates Bane. And Bane is just some dude who gets pumped full of venom and just grunts the whole movie. Me seeing a new Artorias video.
Yes.
Mr. Freeze's minions were skates and use hockey sticks. Yeah, this movie is pretty trash. All this Robin does in this movie is just complain and whine, saying, oh, Batman wants to get with Poison Ivy.
You just can't stand that. Maybe she wanted me instead of you.
This guy's a bitch. This one really feels too long. It feels like you're watching something a kid wanted to watch, and you're just kind of sat there and can't change it, but you don't want to watch it. You're just kind of sitting there just like, damn, I hope it ends soon. There is a good cast, but man, it's just straight up cheeseballs. That's the only word I can describe this movie with, is cheeseballs. I like Uma Thurman as an actor, but I feel like she wasn't even really trying with this movie.
I'm a lover, not a fighter. That's why every Poison Ivy action figure comes complete with him.
I grew up with these movies, and they hold a special place in my heart. Two of them are pretty boring, though, but the first Batman movie is an absolute classic banger. One of the greatest superhero movies of all time. Not better than any of Sam Raimi's movies, Spider-Man wise. So this quadrilogy isn't too remembered anymore, but there is some good and bad in here, and they clearly inspired Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy, Lego Batman, and more. I love the campiness of these movies, and it's the only thing that held the franchise together at a certain point. Even when Batman became serious, he still had a lot of memes. And if you want me to cover Christopher Nolan trilogies next, get this video to 30 likes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. And if you want to see why MJ from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies is toxic, watch the video on screen. Outro song coming in 3, 2, 1.
What's the difference between you and me?
I watched the video all the way through. Alright guys, so I'm going to be like uploading different types of content. You know, this type of content, you know, based around making movie, like based review type stuff. Also, I'm going to be doing a bunch of gaming content still, so let me know which movies I should cover. Let me know which games I should cover. Let me know any type of content y'all want me to do. I got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of stuff that I'm working on. Some new Spider-Man games, trying to complete all the Spider-Man games. So, yeah, that's about it. Just like and subscribe, man. I really love y'all boys. Y'all boys got us to 1,000 subs, and that's crazy. There's 1,000 Artoria sites out there ready to slide, ride or die. And I love that, man. So, shout out, y'all. That's about it, boys. For real this time. No secrets. That's it. Get out.